I almost forgot about you, Gemini. I totally skipped you just now. I did Taurus Cancer. It might be because when I click the light, it's probably green to blue, and I just assumed the light knew the order of the zodiac, I guess. I don't know. Blank moment. It's also like real fucking odd hours. It's been a long midnight morning. It's getting so late that it's early again. So here I am. 4 more to go. 4 more to go. So here we are. What deck? Watch the video if you want to know more about this. It's like 4 minutes long. I feel like Thoth is just the way to go for you right now, Gemini. Let's do this. I'm gonna try to be kind of quick. No offense. It's late. Taurus was almost like 25 minutes. I'm like, what the fuck? I wanted these all to be 10 minutes so that I could have been done like an hour and a half ago. But they're like 15 to 20. And it's like, that's not cool, but cool. You know, my own fault for starting late. I'm like, I always start pretty late, but not this late, you know. I started at like after midnight, right? I usually try to do these things by like 10, like start at 10, because I do like to work at night, especially when I'm doing this particular work. But this was late even for me. So, wow, what's going on, huh? Alright, Gemini. Hearing kind of a lot. It's quite channeled feeling for being a Thoth deck, because I typically don't channel with a Thoth deck anymore. I do straight tarot readings. So it is interesting to kind of hear the story rather than actually read it like I normally do with this deck. Bottom being Princess of Swords. Make sure that you are keeping yourself in check here, Gemini. I almost said Pisces, so if you are dealing with a Pisces, this reading is for sure for you. We do have the Knight of Swords, and sometimes he can be kind of an aggressive dude, but when we are talking about Gemini, we like to see that for you. We like the masculine of the Knight for the masculine sign of air, presenting as swords, being a sword yourself. Like, this is great. It's great. Four of Swords, truce, coming to terms with your energy, being maybe perceived as abrasive, or, you know, having to be so hardworking and having this drive and really moving things forward. Yeah, you just have to accept that that's your role, because this is what gives you power. This is what makes you stable, is embracing the fact that you are always on the go. But we got double fours, so, you know, look up angel number 44. It's perfect. Over here we do have Three of Swords, sorrow. And we have death, Scorpio. And we have the Empress, arguably Taurus. Now, it's funny because when I was putting these cards up here, I was taking note of them, but it was almost like I was hearing this, like I said, like a channeled message, like hearing the story be told to me. Don't be so fixated on the loss that you ignore what's present, okay? Because that would be a greater loss than the one that you are fixated on. So if you had to cut something off, if you're feeling kind of sad, if you are feeling like somebody cut you off, or you've had to make some cuts or some changes. I always think of cutting with the Three of Swords, and I know that's not typical for, like, whatever, I don't give a shit. Some people put a lot of stake in the Three of Swords, but for us, that is nothing. It's a little sorrow, it's a little sadness. So you're sad, whatever, you move on. Some shit needs to be cut off. But then this ending, or a new beginning, it's almost as if, do you see how the Empress is looking at death, but death is looking at sorrow? So there may have actually been a death or a loss here, but it can also be Scorpio season, where this time of year, or this Scorpio season, right? You're just feeling a bit sad, or more sad than you normally would be. Or you're giving that sadness or giving that emotion the time of day that you wouldn't ordinarily do. And so you have this Empress person who is very concerned for you. They are looking at this happening. They're looking at you, looking at this situation, seeing it for what it is from the outside perspective. But you don't want to be so fixated on these things, the loss and the sadness, that you miss out on having the fucking Empress. Okay? So like you're doing well and you're handling, maybe you've been a little spacey lately, Gemini, but you do have a hold on things because you know that this is who you are and this is what you bring to the table. I'm sorry, when I readjusted, I am so used to my camera being like over here and me being this way more. So I keep doing that and I'm backward. I apologize. But yeah, double fours, angel number 44. So that's just what's on the surface. That's what's up front. Like you are fixating on something, I'm sure, and it's something to do with your sadness and loss. And the Empress doesn't seem to be going anywhere, because she's not facing the other direction. If she was, she would have been on that end, right? But just be mindful that someone is being patient with you and loving you regardless. Seven of Swords, futility. It's pointless. There's nothing you can do about it, so you've really got to let it go. I mean, if somebody cut you off, or you cut something off, or like something hurt you in some way, you have to just let it go before it festers into a wound that is fatal to this relationship or to your own fucking sanity. Ten of Cups, satiety. You have it all. You got everything you want and more. So what's the hold up here? Queen of Wands. Being stuck in your feelings, being stuck on these emotions, and ones that aren't serving you, no less. These are not even, but having it all might actually help with your emotional evolution, right? Feeling like, damn, I am really satisfied. I'm more than satisfied. I am, and I have all that in a bag of chips. Amazing. Now I'm starting to get a hang of this feeling shit, right? Nine of Wands, strength. It can be a hard road, and that's the thing. When you open yourself up to vulnerability, you have to put your defenses down and keep going, right? I just took this Prince of Swords from the bottom. Boom. Ace of Discs. Bag is secured. You really have nothing else to worry about right now. You might as well worry about yourself. Period. The Star. Focus on you. Be the star of your own movie. This, and something might even surprise you by this process. Ace of Wands, getting those emotions in check, bro. Gemini. Five of Cups, disappointment. It might be kind of boring to not live extreme. I don't want to say bipolar because, I'm not a professional. I don't even believe in diagnoses necessarily. But it is sort of that same idea of polarity or extreme opposites, especially in regards to emotions, feeling very hot or very cold instead of just understanding what it means to be warm or neutral. For these two, Knight of Cups and Five of Wands. So ultimately, I don't know, didn't we just have a five? Yeah, Five of Cups, Knight of Cups, Five of Wands. I feel like it's neutrality, I think, is a very good process, very good takeaway here. It's about finding a neutral ground. It's not about the actual disappointment and the actual strife. It's about you having this new perspective of being able to balance and stay in the middle, where something can be sad without devastating you. Something can be different without ending, and something can piss you off without making you angry. Learning the difference, knowing the difference amongst those things. So that was brief, but it was excellent, don't you think, Gemini? I almost said Pisces again, that was like 3 videos ago, so I'm not really sure what that's about. Very strange. Maybe go cross-watch the Pisces video if you're dealing with a Pisces, or if you have Pisces placements, or just because, just watch it. Something about Pisces. Anyways, I love you so much. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being with me. I really appreciate it. So if you do like my shit, you should like my shit. Tell people about it or whatever you gotta do. So I love you. Have a great day.